Today's video is going to be around units of measure, selling products in different types of quantities, and applying units of measure or different units of measure to those products. So what I mean by that is if we go into a unit of measure, we can set this up and link the type of unit that it is to whatever product that it is related to. So if you were to say a set of tires linked to Bridgestone, the set will be 4 and that will be a multiplier of that per unit. So let's go ahead and jump into a product quickly. So let's go to our Bridgestone wheels, and then the product card, we jump into the quantities, and this will take us to our units of measure at the bottom, so we can see what's available and what's being bought and sold at the bottom here. So these are our different departments. We only have this in one department, but you can have multiple departments for this product, and the available quantities for this product. At the bottom here, we're only currently using one unit of measure, so units of measure as of 1 for these products as shown here, as well as that on the quantity side of bought and sold. But let's go ahead and create a new unit of measure for this. Jump out of there. What we're going to do now is we can jump up to the inventory tab at the top here and jump down to units of measure. So what we're going to do is we're going to create our new unit of measure. So we're going to track this new unit of measure as a set, and we are going to link that to our Bridgestone product. So we're just going to say here under the name of this unit, it's going to be called a set, and we're going to link this to Bridgestone wheels. If you want to, underneath here it says if left blank can be used with all products. So this unit of measure, the set that we are creating now, if we leave that blank, we can create that as a unit of measure for all products, but we're going to specify this for Bridgestone wheels for this specific product. The unit multiplier, the set is going to be made up of 4, and that's going to be multiplied of a single unit. So we know our unit is 1, so it's going to be 4 times 1, so that being the set is created for 4 tires. The description you can add, so you can just say set of 4 wheels, and you can set this up as a sales default or a purchase default. We're going to set this up as a sales default. We're going to sell sets of 4, and we'll get to the purchases default a little bit later. As well as that, you can add a weight to this, number of boxes if there is any, as well as that the dimensions, the volume, the width, the length, you can add that in. For now we're just going to leave that, we're going to leave out the dimensions, and we're just going to leave it as a unit being a set, linked to Bridgestone wheels, 4 tires times the 1 single unit, and there's your description. So we're going to go ahead and save that. Now if we pop into we're going to go do an invoice, and we're going to say sell that tire as a set. We're going to see if that pops up now. So we're going to go search for our product, our Bridgestone wheels. Do you want wheel balance with those? Sure. And here we go, our unit of measure has popped up as a set, so we can sell it as the unit or we can sell it as the set. Say they're going to order 1 set, and that'll populate the data as shown. So ordered amount 1 set, say it was shipped as well, and there you have it. So you can use this as in different units of measure for different parts. Within invoices or sales orders or purchase orders, you can set those up accordingly. So we're going to go ahead and save that. Now if we pop back into our product express list and go look at our Bridgestone wheels again. And within the customer card, you can go ahead and go back into the quantities. Now within the quantities, we can see that this has been updated. The unit of measure, there was that single unit being 1, and now the set that we created being 4 units. So that is, yeah, you can see it's a multiplier of 4, and the total available quantities here. So these are the amount of units we have left, and within this unit, within this set, sorry, being 4 units, this is the available quantities we have. So we can do so many sets, and with this we can do so many units. As well as that, on the quantities as bought or sold, you can see that that information populates here. So we can see 1 unit was sold, which is equal to a quantity of 4. And there's those single units here. But let's go ahead and create a unit for, say, a purchase order. Let's pop back out of there. Go back up to the inventory tab at the top of the screen and go back into units of measure. Now what we're going to do is we're saying we've sold units of measure as a set, but we would like to purchase them in at the pallet. So we can now create a pallet for our purchase order. So we're going to go ahead and call this our pallet, and we're going to link it to our Bridgestone wheels. This is now going to be a multiplier of whatever the pallet number is. We're going to say it's a pallet of 20, and it's linked again to that single unit. So 20 times 1 will give us the amount of tires on that pallet. Give it a description, we can just say of 20, pallet of 20 wheels, and this is going to be our purchases default. Again, you can add weight to this, boxes, height, volume, width and length, but we're just going to leave it as is for now. Go ahead and save that. So let's go ahead and create that purchase order. Let's just go ahead and pop into purchases and create a purchase order for our new pallet of wheels. Select the supplier, let's say Bridgestone will give us our tires, and we'll select our product. There we go. Yes, preferred supplier, and this is going to load that unit of measure here. So if we click on the units and click on the drop down, we can select whether it's a pallet, unit of measure, set or unit. We're going to select that pallet we just created. We're going to say order 1 pallet, and here is the quantity that we set up as well. So 1 pallet is equal to 20 tires, and we're going to say we received that there. Done. So let's go ahead and save that purchase order. We have received those goods, and we're just going to jump into our product one more time. Go back into Bridgestone, jump back into the quantities, and now you can see this will have populated again. Our new unit of measure is selected there. So the single units we have left now is 10,082. If we were to sell a set, there would be 2,520.5. That obviously doesn't divide evenly into that. That's hence the 0.5 there, but you get the idea. And as well as the pallet, if we were to sell those, we could do 504 of those, as well as on the quantities bought and sold. This information will populate here again, so we can see those units of measure and quantities in units. So there we go. That's how you use your units of measure, how you create them, and the different variations you can create. Again, I mean, if you're doing variations in size or length or bulk or to the kilogram, you can create these units of measure to suit your needs, whether it's in box or freight. It does not matter. It's unlimited, the options that you can choose and create those different units of measure. Anyway, that's units of measure. Thanks for watching. Glad I could help.